that obviously gerrymandering is creating a level of cynicism. How did this happen that it's like so overt, and it takes something like this new organization to really fight it frontally?
Well, I think, to be very frank, that the Republican Party has realized that their governing philosophy is not a winning one, And so because they can't win the game, they've decided to change the rules. And, that means that we're going to make it more difficult for people to vote, but at least those who would be inclined to vote in a democratic way for the Democratic Party. We're going to make it more difficult by making sure that you have an ID, a photo ID. There has always been in our system the notion that you have to prove who you are before you vote, but now they've come up with these more restrictive and prescriptive ways. I think we lost track of our roots, and we didn't keep our eyes on the prize. We thought of ourselves, we focused on presidential elections, every 4 years. And presidential elections are obviously important, but we lost sight of the fact that if you want to have a representative Congress, you've got to make sure that you have state legislatures that are drawing districts that are going to yield a representative Congress. And we also lost sight of the fact that a lot of governing in this country happens at the state and local level. So it's not, we're going to be involved not only when it comes to gubernatorial races and state legislative races, we're going to be focusing on county commissioners, justices of the peace. These are people who on a day-to-day basis are interacting with people in their daily lives. And so I think we somehow lost track of that. And that, I think we have to reorient our thinking and get back to being the party that we were, in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and I say even through the 60s. But I think after that, we started to lose track and thought of, as the Republicans had kind of a string of presidential candidates, we focused on winning the presidency, winning the presidency. And so it's time to get back to doing that which Democrats are best at, which is, I think, the people in this country, if you go issue by issue, don't say it's a Democratic issue or a Republican issue, go just issue by issue. People tend to say that they are on this side of an issue, and they skew Democratic.
Yeah.
And so we have to make sure that at all electoral levels, we are making opportunities for people to express those views by voting for Democratic candidates.